Russ, a good run out for your side tonight.
Yeah, really good. Really enjoyed some of it. Lots of positives, lots to work on. But yeah, really pleased with where the guys are physically first and foremost, which is really important at this stage. And the intent of the guys of the players is spot on. They want to do the right things. Some of them are still rusty. Some of them are tired. For a lot of hard work put in. Some of them are new guys, just getting used to what we're doing, and some of them are really young guys that are, of course, not spent a long time with us as well. So on the whole, because it's a really mixed bag at the minute, which is always the case this early in pre-season, on the whole, really positive. Really pleased that everyone came through unscathed, and just it serves its purpose, and good competition as well. You know, playing against a good team. It's important to get a good calibre of opponent and make it a real test for the guys. But I really like what I'm seeing. I like every day how they are growing and believing in what they can do more and what we want more. And now it's about stitching it all together and put it onto the main stage when they step over the white line, and they'll hopefully, you just want to see a bit of improvement game on game.
Does it change the dynamic when you've got 4 quarters to play with rather than 2 halves?
Yeah, it does, and that's purely from a physical preparation point of view, really. Otherwise it becomes really difficult. You're changing teams at half time, but this way they all get 60 minutes. It'll be the same on Saturday. They'll all get 60 minutes again, and it just means they put more in the bank before the first game of the season. They build up more credit physically, and they get used to living the experience on the pitch, because it's different, especially the new guys. It's different to what they've been used to. So the more we can let them live it and feel it on the pitch, the less anxiety they feel, the more fear they shed, and the more, hopefully, the more belief they feel, and because they need to live it to make sure they're convinced by it and they really believe in what we're doing. So it's all right doing as much as you want on the training pitch, and that's why we spend so long on the training pitch, challenging and making mistakes and learning together. And the guys feel vulnerable at the start. We've all been through, every single player in there has been through the process, and the new guys that are coming in need to adjust really quickly, and they are. So it's really nice, really pleasing. We've got a really good group. The new guys that have come in are, first and foremost, brilliant characters, brilliant human beings, and they'll add to us on and off the pitch.
Let's talk about those new guys then. Scott Twine obviously getting 2 goals, Max Waters getting 1 as well. Lively start from Josh Martin as well. Aidan Baldwin throwing himself into some big meaty challenges. Ethan Robson not shying away either. It's, already looks like a good
really encouraging. Really encouraging. I think everyone can see why we work so hard to get Scott Twine in. Same with Josh Martin. We've got a lot of work to do with Josh, because I reckon him to do a different role than what he's used to, but you can see how much ability he has. Ethan, again, is done great, physically in a really good place, playing in a different position to what he's been asked. Max, a nice start for him to score. And Aidan, well, really impressed by Aidan, because he's only been here 2 weeks. You saw what he's about. Brilliant athlete, real pace, real composure on the ball. And I thought he got better and better as the game grew on. So really encouraging. We were without a couple of players as well, without Warren, without Harry. So yeah, those guys got to come back into the fold as well. So yeah, really, really pleased.
Are they injured? Warren's obviously still coming back.
He'll be ready for Saturday, which is great. He's worked so hard. We talk about cultural architects and leaders, young guys trying to turn them into leaders, and what a brilliant professional. He's been every day over the summer, working like a real beast, really, just working every day so hard, so present in every session. And he's back a bit quicker than we thought he would because of that hard work. So he worked hard today on his own, and he'll be ready to play on Saturday, which is a brilliant boost for us, because he's a fantastic character, fantastic player. And if you're talking about someone who's lived the process and been involved in it last year, you only need to look at Wazza and how far he came. And he's elevated himself really quickly into the group, so we look forward to having him back in on Saturday. And Harry took a knock yesterday, which was really frustrating for him and for us. And we thought he settled down quicker than it has. So hopefully he'll be all right for Saturday. We'll have to wait and see, but he'll have. We'll do a bit of further investigation tomorrow and get to the root of the problem. But hopefully it's just a knock.
What's the latest with Scott Fraser? Obviously not involved tonight.
Yeah, Scotty, we've rejected a bid. A good bid. But discussions are ongoing. I didn't feel it was right for him to play tonight with what's going on. There's been a lot of discussion about his future over the summer. What he has done is come back and trained really hard in great condition for 2 weeks, and then it's come to life as is football. Got people have 8 weeks, 7 weeks to get business done, and then they wait 2 weeks into pre-season. But that's football, that's life, and yeah, at this minute in time, that's all I can tell you, really, which is the honest truth, which is we've rejected a really strong bid, and discussions are ongoing, so we'll have to see how that turns out. But what I would say, if you look at the guys we brought in, we know what Scotty can bring. We know what he was great for us last season. If he stays, fantastic. If we get to a point where the club decide it's a good deal for everyone, then that's what it is, and we have people already in place to come in take the mantle. So we'll have to wait and see on that.
Well, that's the inevitable question from me next, isn't it? What's next? I mean, you've obviously signed another new player today, but is there anything else on the horizon for you?
Yeah, of course, there always is. So we're hoping to have one done by the end of this week, early next week. If I put timelines on it, I'll get criticised for not getting it done. But we're always honest with you guys. Yeah, of course, there's 3 or 4 probably that we want to bring in still, and we will do at some point. But when you're looking at good players, other people want them. They're at clubs, so there's a lot of work to be done. But we know exactly, we have real clarity in who we want, what we want, and why we want them. And hopefully we'll be able to get them over the line in the next, as soon as possible, really, ideally. But things take time. So yeah, we're really clear on who we want, and we're working hard to make sure we get them.
Will these deals rely on selling Scott at all?
No, not at all. We have a budget we work with, which is, is life, is post-COVID, which has been reduced, obviously. But we know exactly what we're working with, the parameters we're working in, and we have a lot of people that want to come and play for us, which is fantastic because of how they get treated first and foremost, and the style of football that we're trying to. I think people can see the improvement in individuals. So yeah, it's not reliant on Scott at all. I mean, if Scott ends up going for a certain amount of money, then obviously hopefully we'll see some of that back. But no, we have a budget we're working with, really clear on it. Liam's been fantastic since coming to that role, being supported by Simon as well, which is great. He's working brilliantly. Really, really enjoyed it working with those guys, with the chairman. Everything's really connected. Everything is easy. Because we're all clear on what we want, and it's the culture is collective, and everyone's involved. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
I feel like you're quite buoyant about how pre-season's gone so far.
I'm excited about. I'm not going to say we're going to do this and we're going to do that, but I'm excited because of the group we've got, the players, as how enjoyable it is to work with them, and how much they give us, and also the group of staff. I've worked with colleagues. This group of staff is outstanding, and I'm really pleased to see guys thriving in their roles, and the guys who are working in and around us that have stepped right up as well, because everyone's role has changed a little bit. Everyone has to take on a little bit more with the restructure, and they're doing it brilliantly. I think everyone's enjoying it, and I think you can tell I'm enjoying it. We're enjoying the process, and last year talk about trusting it all the time, but we really do, and hopefully it will end up in meaning nothing but positive in the present for the club, and hopefully in the future as well.